there. Once he got the box, he made a move, and he was headed to the end zone.
Powerful mushrooms. She was incredibly charming. She was attractive. I don't even want to entertain why she did what she did.
You had a beautiful home, you didn't work, you had cleaning ladies, you pool people, you had cars, money, you had it all.
Monica Samantilli. Homicide investigators say she conspired to murder her husband. They said when they talked to her, she lied and lied.
I was hearing about break-ins.
At the time, in that particular area, there were a lot of what they call knock-knock burglaries.
REG in Memphis. This is News Channel.
4 people found dead after a baby girl was found abandoned at a house in Dyer County. Thank you for joining us. I'm April Thompson.
I'm Alex Cohen. We've now learned those victims are Adriana Williams and Matthew Wilson, who were the infant's parents. Courtney Rose and 15-year-old Braden Williams. After the baby was discovered, law enforcement identified them early in their investigation, saying they wanted to speak to them, but the 4 were discovered hours later, about 40 minutes away in Lake County.
WRG Shay Arthur is live tonight off Old Highway 20, where that little girl was initially dropped off near Dyersburg. And Shay, we know you've done a lot of digging into this case today, talking to people there in the community. What have you learned?
April, Alex, so many emotions on this one. So many people really just left shocked. They're stunned. Tonight, there's a community hoping for answers. What led to a little girl being dropped off outside of a stranger's home? Then 4 people, 2 of them identified as her parents, being discovered dead hours later.
They're devastated. We're just thankful that the baby was spared. Grateful for that.
Amy Anderson is a family friend. She knew the victims, Adriana Williams, her partner Matthew Wilson, Adriana's mother, Courtney Rose, and Rose's son, 15-year-old Braden Williams.
They were really good people. Adriana was the sweetest person. She loved being a mama.
She also talked to Matthew's mother about him.
He was a wonderful daddy. He loved the baby. And Courtney, she loved her kids.
A tragic, complex case. The TBI is heading up the investigation.
We knew we were dealing with something more than just your typical homicide, so I knew that we were going to need the expertise of TBI.
So far, the agency has released a few details, only saying 4 bodies were discovered on Carrington Road in Lake County, about 40 minutes from where the child was initially discovered.
You know, just having children of my own, and I have a 2-year-old grandchild, so I can just imagine, you know, that's...
About very few details being released. The district attorney not telling me how those victims died or exactly how they were located, but he did want to make one thing clear. He said this was not a random act. He did say it was an isolated incident. For your news leader reporting live in Dyer County tonight, Shay Arthur, WREG, News Channel 3.
A lot of questions. Thank you, Shay. Also,
it's still possible for a woman to find love in her 40s and above. The 3 ways we level the playing field for...
On this episode of Ghost Hunters, the team and I return to the St. Augustine Lighthouse. Looked up as hustle and grab away.
It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
1779, Burncliffe Road Northeast, Atlanta. We're just a quiet, tree-lined neighborhood tucked behind hedges of blooming azaleas and clusters of old oaks. Property in...
Now a give running right is Samuels. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening second drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up and see how many rings he's got around the middle. He's been in the league a long. Young here, you can see changing the play. A first down carry here for Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
What did people feel when they're a second away? Unfortunately, the boy decided a steaming cup of tea sits on the tape behind him is a person dressed in all black, their face hidden under a mask, clutching a stone in their hand. They didn't come by chance. They came against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game. Yes, sir. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Make their dream a reality and take your life. The serene picture of suburban life was brutally shattered when Pamela Vitale, radiating kindness and positivity, was found savagely beaten in her home. Her life, full of achievements and love, was unjustly cut short by a cruel crime that not only devastated her loved ones, but also shocked the entire community. This story began on the evening of October 15, 2000.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Forgotten hills of eastern Kentucky, where morning mist still clings to valleys that time seems to have abandoned. There exists a documented case that has puzzled historians for nearly 2 centuries. In 1834, Reverend Ezekiel Morris, a community servant.
They get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Was meticulously recorded in the personal journal of Pastor William Phillips. Document discovered in 1987 when the old church was finally demolished. Journal entries describe events so precise, so unnatural, that modern psychologists have studied them extensively.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first.
Maintain the only written records of birth.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
Significant events. His nature was true, crucial and documented.
And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they will be a wild card team, and that's great. They'll be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
So that guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Look at the numbers last week for Olave. 5 catches, 85 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this is a big game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw again. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll look to throw again. That's to the tight end Laporta. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Trying the left side with Samuels. He will push his way down to about the 14. Here's a 2nd and 8. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Reality twists and nightmares walk freely.
Looking to throw. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
It's Young on first down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Laviska Shenault. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
She didn't make it. Where is what happened to
Patterson now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And That's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're no 2 plays, and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They did put points on the board. 3 points is 3 points. You take points when you can get them. Not easy.
Am I like 1 minute? Just got the just hit the 1 and it'll go in 1 minute.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Ramsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Someone moved, flag is out, that's going to be 5 yards.
And that will drive coaches crazy all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They're going to look to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaking up on that last play. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now. They'll look to throw. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And is just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Lock up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a fourth down?
And this one is right through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And it's a pretty good return here, so it's up to the 29.
You answered 4 simple multiple-choice questions, and it only takes 30 seconds to complete free. If you qualify, an accident specialist will reach out to you. All you have to do is tell them about your case, and then sit back and wait until the check comes in. You can receive this life-changing check as fast as 30 days. The best part about it all?
Young on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke
Yeah, I'll put it up.
so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Look at the Saints defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now Charles is number 27 in the NFL.
They spent the week in practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the number 1 passing team in the league. But there are some...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time... The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. The play action fake, they'll look to throw. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That day, she was scheduled to finish her shift at work around 5 p.m.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get the lead down to 5. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Finally, around 10 p.m., he decided to search for him. He drove along the route he had been taken from work to home, checked in the stores, and stopped by other places he might have been. Then he kept searching until he spotted his car.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They begin the drive with Johnson. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At first, Ken thought maybe she changed her mind about dinner. It crossed his mind that she could have gotten the bread and decided to eat the harder, even though it didn't make much sense to him. Still,
Young to throw it. Flush to his right. To the right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
There were no signs of a struggle or blood inside, but they did find something unsettled around the area. And there was no sign of her really that many months. At first, Ken thought maybe she changed her mind about dinner.
Off the play fake, Young. He completes it to Hunter. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now here's Young. And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Young. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On second down, Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And then that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count, can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
On second down, Young. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Young with it. 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Patterson's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8.
We're venturing into serve the spirits. From Erie Ocean Liners
to Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take a short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. It's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 23 yards the pickup there.
He lived on a farm along the Red River. The story begins in 1817 when John Dow and his family
on first down, he'll drop to throw.
And terrifying phenomenon.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Peculiar creature on their property.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
In November 1990,
2nd and 4. And this one taken in by Alave. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Straight ahead running, here's Samuels. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The offense on 3rd down.
Still got the black cord over there.
To this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Over the middle and taking
the one that was hooked up to it.
And they will stop him short.
Yeah, headphones. Oh, okay.
First down.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it means.
Because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down, but offensively they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. Game like this, Yes, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board.
Throw for Young. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Now Young. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. First down, Young. And he's taken down here by the Saints. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. It's Young off play action. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. So they'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Olave over the middle. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. 2nd and 1. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 2. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Muscles him off. he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. You throw interceptions on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Young. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Given 15 there, the Panthers have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Panthers at 9-1 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll send the tight end in motion left. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll try to throw now. Young. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Hook up a 15 yards there. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. During that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here is Young. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Young rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Johnson going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. To throw, Young. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Chart the motion man right. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Flush to his right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Steps nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. But hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And oh, what a catch at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. With his 12th touchdown on the ground, his 15th overall. And the Panthers have taken the lead. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we learned to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st down. Thanks. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Laviska Chenault, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Hunter now will go in motion left. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He was out there waving his arms. And when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a first down carry for Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Hunter. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Here's the option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. back to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. I guess no need to force him when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. To throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And quickly they get to the line. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Harris going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They hand off to their big tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And they're going to speed things up here. In motion left goes a tight end. On third down, it's Banks. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He finds his man complete. That's Hunter. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Looking to throw. Connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looks like he'll throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right.
Damn, could have ran that back.
Before he crosses over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Harris running straight ahead. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Panthers are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth-quarter lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one. This offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field.
There you go.
fake here on first down. And it's incomplete. It's still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Panthers, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning race next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.